Hey there, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Dave Shrein here. And wanted to go live real quick because I had a great question just come through on Twitter, and I said, you know what, I need to get the answer out here on live stream. So the question that came through is, how concerned do I need to be when it comes to naming my new idea, my new brand, my new business? Here's the deal. This is something that comes up a lot, and it's happened to me quite a bit actually. Is I've said, you know what, I got this really cool idea for a course, or I've got this really cool idea for a new company, or I've got this really cool idea for a brand new business. I'm going to get the name right. Well, the number one thing that you need to focus on when you've got a really cool idea for a new business or a new brand is actually the idea itself. See, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll fast track and we'll go straight to, I got to get my social channels, and I got to get my domain, and I got to get my website going, and I need to get my email going. When in reality, the idea itself isn't all that refined. We don't really know exactly what it is we're going to do with the idea. It's still kind of fuzzy in our head. And so rather than sitting down and really taking the hard look that we need to at the idea itself, we jump straight ahead to try to check boxes off on our to-do list to feel like we're making some sort of a progress. So instead of social media being the thing that we do to begin to promote this really great idea that now we have a product or a branding value attached to, we look at getting on social media as, I'm posting on social media now, and so that's going to make a big difference for me. I'm actually building my business. Now, don't hear me wrong. Doing that sort of thing is important. Doing that sort of thing is good. Doing that sort of thing is going to benefit you in the long run, but not before you actually get clarity on what it is you're trying to do. Now, let me tell you how I have learned from this over time. What I used to do in the past was exactly what I just described. I would get this idea of something that I thought, oh, you know what, this is going to be really cool to pursue. I'm going to start working on this. I'm going to work really hard on my social channels, on my YouTube, everything like that. But I never actually got the idea down itself. I never actually clarified what the product was going to be. And so I secured all these social media channels, and I made my YouTube channel, and I started posting online, and nothing ever came of it. All that time was just wasted. The reason why is because I actually didn't know what I was trying to accomplish. Now, that gave way to me coming up with this concept of, are you pursuing a hobby or are you pursuing a business? So if you're pursuing a hobby, everything that I've just talked about, that's completely fine. It's okay for you to go ahead and say, I'm going to get a social handle, a Twitter handle, or a Facebook account, and I'm just going to kind of start posting on it, see what happens. Going to kind of maybe do a little website, put a couple posts up there. Okay, very cool. That's fine, because it's a hobby. You're just doing it for fun. You're doing it to fulfill something inside of you that you weren't able to fulfill previously. So good for you. But if you're actually wanting to turn it into a business, whether that's immediately, within 6 months, and I would say maybe within 12 months, unless you're wanting to turn it into a business, you can do the hobby thing. But if you do want to turn it into the business, you need to slow down and do the hard work of thinking through, what is this business going to do? How is this business going to compete in a space with current companies that are doing very similar things to the business I want to launch? What unique voice is this business going to have? Who do I really want to connect with and reach? Lots of people may find what I'm doing helpful, but who is it that I'm actually going to sit down and think about when I'm creating my product or when I'm putting together my services? That's the hard work that you need to do if you are ultimately going to be serious about this idea. Before you give it a name, before you get social handles, before you start posting on a new social media profile, on your personal profiles, the ones that already exist, you can start talking a little bit about what your ideas are. Maybe not say, hey, I'm thinking about starting a business, but if you're thinking about starting a business that's in fitness, well, begin to post on your social channels the way you would if you were experimenting with a new social channel talking about fitness. Just sprinkle that in. See what the reaction is. See if people are asking you questions. You're actually going to probably learn a lot more that way than you would creating a brand new channel with no followers, nobody engaging, and getting frustrated and throwing the towel in, pretty quickly. So what I've done, I've got a brand new business that I'm getting ready to launch. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you here, it's called Campaign Donut. And Campaign Donut is all about empowering business owners and marketers to create marketing campaigns that convert. A lot of times companies feel like they need to bring in an outside agency and they need to hire somebody to do it all for them. Now that's usually the case when it's a business owner that says, look, I don't want to be a part of the marketing. I want to keep building the business. I need somebody else to build the brand. Okay, fine. But a lot of times there may be marketers inside there that actually need to create better campaigns. Or there might be employees who have been tasked with marketing on top of customer service that need to learn to create better campaigns. Or it might be an entrepreneur who has them and a virtual assistant who needs to create their own marketing, so they need to create campaigns that convert. That's what Campaign Donut is about. It's about creating content marketing campaigns that actually convert into income. It's taken me well over 18 months to come up and develop that concept. Now, this is probably the first, second, third time you've ever heard me mention anything about something called Campaign Donut. But it's been inside my head for nearly the last 2 years. And I've been working on it and developing it. The name, I sat down and I probably had an hour conversation with people about the name when we landed on Campaign Donut. Prior to that, I had spent probably 2 or 3 hours on my own trying to name it, and I wasn't even sold out to the name that I came up with. So here's the deal. How important is it to actually name your product, to actually name your idea, to actually give a name to this new brand? Extremely important, but not as important as refining and clarifying the idea itself. Folks, if you have any other questions, put them in the comment section. I'll be monitoring this video. I want to invite you to something that we're doing to launch Campaign Donut. It's going to be a digital marketing, content marketing summit happening in October. If you have not signed up yet, please go to the link in the description there. It's campaignDonut.com/summit. Get signed up. It's absolutely free. We're shooting to aim for about 5,000 people registered for this summit, and I would love for you to be a part of it. I'd love for you to come hang out with us, spend time with us, learn how to create better, more effective content marketing campaigns for your business so that you can actually move the needle on demand, right? Not sit back and just throw something up against the wall and hope it works, but actually sit down and say, hey, I went through this summit. I've learned a whole bunch of stuff about making my business front and center to the people who I want to work with the most. I can go ahead and do that now on command. That's what I want for you. So go to campaignDonut.com/summit. Get signed up. Would love to have you be a part. It's absolutely free, no cost whatsoever, and it's going to be an amazing event. Again, if you have questions about what we're talking about today or anything else, just put it in the comment section. Follow me here on Facebook or hop over on Twitter. Go to twitter.com/Dave Shrein. That's where I'm at. I'm super active over there and would love to answer any questions. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me for just a few minutes. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.